All right. Black Power is the General Sarasu Seti, and I'm black at y'all ass again with this real fucking talk. That's right, I'm in the house, y'all. Black motherfucking power. All right? I see a lot of people out there disgruntled because they think that motherfucker, I don't jump to no time. I can put whatever fucking time I want to put up there, and that's when I'm coming in. All right? And so, people just, and every time people say it, they act like they own me. You know what I'm saying? Listen here, I'm behind the scenes doing hella research. And so many times, matter of fact, let me start this shit off like it's supposed to be. Black Power. This is the General Sarasun Seti, and y'all know what it is. KingSeti.com online marketplace, fly products for the African kings and queens. Official General Sarasu Seti DVDs, t-shirts, hoodies. We got African jewelry, Kemetic jewelry for the family. Get on over there, KingSeti.com online marketplace, and be amazed. For the family out there looking for that exclusive. Did you hear what I just said? Exclusive General Sarasu Seti live stream where we take it up 3-4 notches. You need to get over there to my Patreon, General Sarasun Seti, General Sarasun Seti, Patreon, become a patron today and get that work. And for the family that's just looking, you need that university. I ain't talking about the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal University. I'm talking about the African University, Communiversity. You need to get on over there to GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. Right now today, got over 700 videos on that site. Is growing every day. Ain't no way it'll take you years just to become, to realize what the hell you a part of. It is a mega treasure chest of African wisdom, and you need to become a member today and start working on that knowledge. Black Power. Now, again, I see a lot of people talking about I'm always goddamn motherfucker. Listen, I don't even know why you niggas even open up y'all goddamn mouth about what goddamn fucking 4-5 fucking minutes. Motherfucker, I'm behind the scenes doing goddamn mind-blowing goddamn research. And you think I'm supposed to run up here just because you niggas say 8 o'clock? Motherfucker, I'm studying shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to work a few more motherfucking things out so I could blow your goddamn mind. And motherfucker sitting up here, he late. Bitch, I ain't never late. I'm just gonna tell y'all that again. Motherfucker, you know how long I've been doing? I ain't never late. I done woke up millions. All right, I don't want y'all to treat me like I'm just a little nigga. I done woke up millions. You understand? Not thousands, millions. So don't you ever think that I'm late. I'm not late, motherfucker. I'm right on time for an ignorant ass nigga that don't have no knowledge of self. You understand me? I'm right on goddamn time. Now today, watch this. I'm gonna take your ass where you never been before. It ain't gonna never go again unless you show up on this goddamn site, any of my sites, and get this wisdom. All right? Today we're gonna be dealing with the southern origins of ancient Egypt. Some of you niggas might shoot to the stars. Some of you might shoot up under the water. Some of you niggas might shoot to Mesopotamia and the biblical bullshit, whatever orientation that you niggas is a part of or, you deal with. Today, we just gonna drop it down for the family to give you a slight blueprint on just, hardcore facts. You understand what I'm saying? That gives, preeminence to the Southern African origins of ancient Egypt. Because, again, if you knew this, it would be no way you would be talking about the Bible. If you knew this, it would be no way you could be talking about a Caucasoid origin or some goddamn Mesopotamian origin for the nation of Egypt, which is a composite nation of all the great nations and peoples of Africa. Okay? And so, let me get my Let me get this lecture up. I laugh. You know what I'm saying? I laugh when motherfuckers nigga be talking about I'm late. Motherfucker, I ain't late. I'm right on goddamn time. Every time. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm dropping goddamn lectures. You understand what I'm saying? How many motherfuckers y'all know that just drop lecture damn near every time? You know what I'm saying? Damn near, I don't give a goddamn. Every time I show up, it's a goddamn lecture. You understand what I'm saying? Now, some of the clear things that I'm gonna be dealing with today that gives, showing how the Egyptians gave preeminence and deification to the southern regions of the Nile Valley in Africa. You understand what I'm saying? As the source of all the great wisdom and knowledge that we see in Egypt. Okay, and not a drop, I must clarify that, not a drop came from any other, because when you look at a timeline, and I don't, we could throw up many timelines. You see what I'm saying? You got the 25th dynasty, according to the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. You understand, about 100 years, and I'm gonna be dealing with that also in the next video that's gonna be on the General Settings YouTube page when I deal with the 7 most sacred cities of ancient Egypt. And when I say Egypt, I speak of the Nile also. And that's going to be a part 1, because, of course, there are more than those 7 sacred cities. But, you understand, but these particular 7 cities stood out from all the rest. You see what I'm saying? And even in that, you're going to see the southern origins of ancient Egypt. And we need this. Because even niggas on the continent, okay, this is I must state that not every motherfucker on the continent know the history. There are many that do, there are many that don't. And many of them have given up. Many of them have adopted the Arab ways over there. So just because their ass is dead, they black, their asses that have no authority or no to be teaching no goddamn ancient Egyptian civilization, because they gonna look at it no different than the Arab and Islam look at it. So you understand, just because a motherfucker over there don't mean that they are qualified to be teaching the Nile Valley. There are many greats that came before us that did over 50, 60 years of research. There is no denial. The facts have been presented to all that, it need to be presented to. And if you have denied them facts, then that's on your ass. You see what I'm saying? Now, number 1, and I bring this out, and this is not in any order. I'm doing this based on clear facts. You understand what I'm saying? So I might jump from the new kingdom to the old kingdom middle. It's not going to be in chronological order. It's just going to be based on the fact of proof that Egypt, originated from southern origins, okay? And destroying the Bible, destroying the white man university, destroying all of that, okay? Now, number one, and I'm gonna bring this up for anybody. Anytime Egypt was attacked, the defense and liberation of Egypt always came from the south. You never had no liberator that came from Europe. You never had no goddamn liberator. These were the conquerors coming in. So anytime Egypt was attacked, you understand what I'm saying? The liberator came from the south. Now, the first liberator was Narmer, okay? He was the one that reunified the land. Some people get caught in unifying. No, he didn't unify nothing. He reunified the land. Africa has always been united, okay? It has always been united. And so he reunified the land. And what is that saying? That, what we call Egypt was first a part of the Ethiopian Empire, the Nubian Empire. Okay? Now what we talk about, and let me get my maps together, because I got so many maps. Let me make sure I get my maps together when I get to dropping this firepower. Hold on, let me get my maps together. Okay. Well, you know what? I'll use this. I'll go and use this one. This is a very good one right here. Now, this is what we call, they call them nomes. If you look up in any Egyptian book, civilization, they're going to call them nomes, which is nothing but a county, a district. You see what I'm saying? And so, Egypt had technically 42 districts or counties. Now, in that county, they had a supreme deity, whether it was a god or a goddess, but within those districts, you see what I'm saying? There lies the origins of many of those deities that became prominent in the greater Egyptian civilization. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these, every district, they goddess or they deity had, got, shine in the greater pantheon of Egyptian gods. You see what I'm saying? So when we look and we see how they count, and I don't give a goddamn what map you get, they count from the south down to the north. Okay? So if you look here, you see Tarseti, which is a term that is used for the Nubian civilization. Tarseti. Okay? Now we know there's many great temples that fall within that district, including Philae, including Kamambo, including Elephantine Island, including Abu Simbel. You understand? And there's many, Nubian temples that don't even get no shine. You understand what I'm saying? Many of them had to be moved because when they constructed the Aswan Dam, they flooded many of them temples out. Even Abu Simbel, the great temple of Abu Simbel, had to be cut from its original place and moved back on higher ground because it would have been under the water like many of the other temples. There's many temples under the water right now that they did not cut out. You understand what I'm saying? And it was to sever, you understand, the continuous connection of spirituality and the Nile Valley culture going from Egypt all the way down deep in the south, you understand, of what we call Sudan today, okay, which is Nubia. And so you see the second nome is Antfu, okay, which was sacred to Horus. Now you see, this is where that early story of the war between Set and Horus. See, Set is the earliest deity, okay? Set is the earliest now, we'll say, I won't say Nile Valley, but between Nubia and Egypt, Set is older. You see what I'm saying? Set is older than Horus or Osiris. These is facts. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people say, Set is some devil or some shit like that, and that's like such a low grade of a pretend wannabe Egyptologist to even come that way at this late date. If you ain't done that research, then shame on you. You know what I'm saying? It's many Caucasoids, Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon men that have given reference to that. You see what I'm saying? So even when you talk about the Anu people, and we will discuss the Anu people. If I got the Anu people was some of the earliest you know indigenous peoples of, Egypt, the Anu, and they were the little Twa people, and they were worshipers of Set. Okay? And so we got to be clear about that. And so you see, number one is Taseti, Nubia. You understand? Then you got number two is Edfu, and I don't want to get it twisted because technically all of that is still Nubia. Okay, all of that technically is Nubia. Now, let me get back up here to and so you see 3 is Nekin. Now that's where the first and matter of fact, Scorpion also. If I'm not wrong, these is not even in the first. This is pre-dynasty. You understand what I'm saying? When you start talking about Scorpion, you talking about pre-dynastic Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of the earliest documentation of Egypt come out of the third Nomi, Nekin. I think they call it Hyrcanopolis. You understand what I'm saying? It's many different names. But right there at 3 is where they found the Narmer's palette. You understand what I'm saying? Scorpion mace head, the Narmer's mace head. You see what I'm saying? These are some of the earliest documents of Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? And I got to be clear about it. At this time, it's still Ethiopia. You see what I'm saying? It's still Ethiopia because what's clear is that the first capital of Egypt is Memphis. Okay? Hecapata. If y'all into the Medunetta, Hecapata. Okay, so we see that Ptah was the first great god of Egypt. So, but when you count from the first Nomi or district of the Nile Valley, you understand, you count down 22. And you see 22 way at the bottom right there. You see 22. And then you see it start over again in the lower region, the Delta region. Memphis is number 1. And so in reality, and people don't understand, technically the Delta is goddamn Egypt. That's Egypt. You see what I'm saying? Memphis is 1, and you can see even in the lower, what they call lower Egypt, technically is Egypt. You understand? So when they say you reuniting the two lands, you understand? This is the land that they talk of. 20, everything from 1 down to 22 is Ethiopia. Okay, that's Ethiopia. That is Nubia. You see what I'm saying? And we're gonna break it down so that everybody is clear. And then you get number 1 in the lower, what we call lower Egypt, number 1, Memphis Hecapata, okay, which is the first capital of Egypt. But we must understand that all the other districts existed before Memphis, okay? Let's be clear with that. They coming down, they evolving as they come down the river. And so what probably happened, because that region, what we call the Delta region, was uncultivated land. A lot of it was underwater, and as you can see, a lot of it is underwater right now today. They go up under that water, and they find a lot of artifacts and so on and so forth. And so in the earlier region, they say that Mena or Nama, because you got Nama, you got Aha, is more than one Aha. You got Menes, and so, a lot of people say Menes and Nama is the same king. Might have had, one might have been he had 2 different names, this, that, and the third. You understand what I'm saying? And so in the teaching of Egyptian history, Mena came down and he diverted, and put a S in the river. And so that land, the land the water would recede. And on that land that receded is where he built Memphis. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of that had to be cultivated. You understand what I'm saying? But for the vagabonds that might have been trying to creep in and settle upon the land, you understand what I'm saying? For them, it was still a paradise. You understand what I'm saying? It was a paradise. And so what the Ethiopians understood is that now it's time to put administration upon this land and bring it under full administration of Ethiopia to keep this incursions of what we call, outsiders. And on the other side is still Africa, but nevertheless, you understand what I'm saying? We got those that's on the outside trying to encroach on the inside. And so the Ethiopians got to put administration down there and military, you understand what I'm saying, to bring control over the land and make sure that the borders are protected, okay? And so again, so when you look at the very first kings of ancient Egypt came from the south. These is facts. So I don't want to hear nothing about no goddamn Ham. I don't want to hear about no goddamn Ham and that Mizraim and all of this and that, it came from the outside. That's just not the facts. That's just not the facts. It's time for y'all to get out them goddamn comic books and get into some of these real African scholars and bring some reality to what the fuck your consciousness and because this shit is old now. You understand what I'm saying? And I have to keep reiterating it because most people come into the knowledge of ancient Egypt through the Bible, through one of these spooky spaceship niggas talking about some goddamn aliens came down. Just not to give Africans no credit for their own. It's on the continent of Africa. And they'll give credit to any and everybody but an African. They'll give credit to some motherfucking fish people from under the water. They'll say some goddamn Mayans brought this civilization over here. If you're into the occult, Madame Blavatsky bullshit and everything, Lemurian garbage and Atlantis garbage and shit and whatever else you into. You understand what I'm saying? And so we in most of the great deities, as you can see, which is Karnak or what we call Waset. You understand, which became the greatest city that ever existed on the planet Earth. You understand what I'm saying? No other city, all that other shit, Babylon, that's garbage. Super garbage. Athens, garbage. You understand what I'm saying? God damn it, you got one temple bigger than all the temples in goddamn Greece combined. You understand? One, not two, one. Greater than all the damn temples in Greece, and you can put them goddamn little mud mounds that the Mesopotamians had. You can put all that shit together, and it wouldn't. One Egyptian temple is more grander than all of that shit combined. Okay, to be clear about. So you see, Amen, one of the greatest gods, his chief center and his god is Mu. His god is Mu. That was the chief center and worship of the great god Amen. Asar was in the fifth, but he was also venerated in Tarseti also, that they got a tomb for him not far from Philae Island, where his goddess Aset was. I think the island was called Beggar Island. But again, a lot of those islands was flooded when they constructed the Aswan Dam, and that was strategically done. You understand what I'm saying? That was strategically done to cut, and cut off, Egypt, so people wouldn't. But if you went over there and you went and stuff, and majority of the temples of Egypt is in the south. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Because that's just like when you talk about your most sacred thing. If you study the the United States. You see what I'm saying? You see, after Pearl Harbor, they learned some shit. You understand what I'm saying? You got to put your greatest assets. You understand what I'm saying? Out of the reach. You understand what I'm saying? Of your enemy. You know what I'm saying? And so Egypt again, for me, as I studied it, was more of a militaristic colony of Ethiopia to put a presence in the northernmost regions of the Nile Valley, you understand, to check these outsiders coming. But when you deal with the sacredness, you see what I'm saying? When you deal with the most sacred cities and the most sacred temples, they were in the south. Okay, and so 4 is Karnak. I got even. One is Aswan. I mean not Aswan. Taseti. Today, the major city in that area is Aswan. You understand what I'm saying? So you will see again. You got Kamambo, Philae, Abu Simbel, Elephantine Island, Wadi El Sabua. You got and like I say, even up to 4, even up to what you call Thebes. Wait a minute, I didn't even put it back up. Let me put it back up there so y'all can see. Okay. So as y'all can see, so you see 1 is Tarseti, which is Nubia. Then Edfu, number 2, Hyrcanopolis, and that's Nikan. That's where Nama came from. Scorpion. You see what I'm saying? So this is not just a few goddamn, a few miles away from, from what we call Memphis, which is the capital. You understand what I'm saying? Which was the capital, and then at a given time, Memphis wasn't the capital. Under the 18th dynasty, and many Thebes, Waset was the capital. Under the 25th dynasty, Napata, deep down in Sudan, was the capital. You see what I'm saying? So again, the most sacred of the temples was in the south. Okay, now let's deal with this. Even though the capital was Memphis, the first dynasty kings was buried deep in the south at Abydos. Okay, now let me see where Abydos at. Let me make sure I got let me come out so I can pull it up without having to go through much. You know what I'm saying? Because so much is in the damn south, it's ridiculous. Let me see. I know I got Abydos on here. See, a lot of these maps, I was looking for Abydos. I say, damn, why isn't Abydos on? They try to take Abydos up off the damn. Hold up. I don't like that. I should have had it. But that's all right. I could grab it so quick. You know what I'm saying? It's not a problem. Matter of fact, I ain't going to even wait. I'm gonna just go on and get it right on off the internet. And I'll study these damn maps, and they clear. They didn't damn near took Abydos off the map. to where you can't even goddamn find it sometimes. They'll kind of try to damn block what we call Middle Egypt. They try to blot it out of there so you can't even see it. Okay, here it is. Here we go. Here we go right here. This looks like it'll be a good map. Stay with me, family. Sometimes we got to teach on the board. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to shorten this up so that y'all can see it. Okay. Got to shorten it up so y'all can see it. And then I'm gonna show you something. You understand what I'm saying? When the kings got ready to, when they got ready to pass, they went to the south where their ancestors came from. You understand what I'm saying? So even though they ruled in the north, they went to the south to be buried. All right, we're in the house. We're in the house. We're in the house. So you can see right here, you know what? Bear with me. I need to get something. So I can help, I need a blinking dot, red dot, so I can put it on the down, where it's easy. I cannot put my lecture program in, I can't work it in full capacity, you know what I'm saying, on this damn live stream. So I have to I had to do my best. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I don't need that. Let me see. Bear with me. I'm about to get going. Okay, I might can you. Let me see. I'll use it. I could use it. Hold on. Let me use this. I had to come up with new ways of doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they be trying to take away the greater, all my goddamn weaponry. All right, let me put it in here, right here. Let me see. I don't really like that because it still got that damn, but I could use it. Work with me, family. Let me see. That's better. Right there. That's better. That's better. Okay. It'd be better for me to do it this way. That way you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, now let me bring y'all back up. Okay, you up. All right, let me drop it down. Boom. Dropped it in. So it's better this way. Okay, you see right here, they rule from Memphis. Okay, so if you look right there, you see Memphis right there to the left. These is where the first kings ruled from. Okay, but when they were buried, they went down to Abydos. You see what I'm saying? Now let me tell you something. If somebody comes from the outside, you know what I'm saying? They going home to where the fuck they come. Oh, well, you can't. Let me take that out of there. Let me take that out of there so you can see. All right. So you see, the first kings ruled from Memphis, but when it came time to be buried, they went to Abydos. Abydos is the first royal cemetery of ancient Egypt. They went back where they came from. Now, if you coming from the outside, you're gonna ease your way into unknown land. That's just like when you watch the 13 colonies. Them motherfuckers ease their ass, westward. They didn't just rush in and shit. You don't never come in to another man's land and go deep, deep, deep where you can't get out of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You always build your camps right there on the fringes of the new land, just in case you got to get the hell out of there, you can get ghosts. But if you go down so damn deep, you understand what I'm saying? To where then you become a casualty to anything that you're unaware of. You understand? It could be masses of goddamn enemy down there waiting on your ass to come deeper. You understand what I'm saying? So you ease your way into, unknown land. And so, people go home. They don't just bury themselves anywhere. People go to where their forefathers and their foremothers were buried. So it's very clear that the first dynasty ruled from Memphis, but the first dynasty was buried at Abydos. And we see, as I'm going to deal with, that it is one of the most sacred cities because, from the earliest time, the great kings and queens have been building very, spiritual centers there. As we see with Seti the First constructed the temple of Osiris there at Abydos. You see what I'm saying? So from the very first dynasty to the 12th dynasty, you can see that there was a continuation of the African kings and queens building very spiritual centers at what we call Abydos. You see what I'm saying? And not only that, when you deal with the pyramids, you see what I'm saying? When you talk about the pyramid, the Great Pyramid, you talking about the last pyramids to be built. So when you look at if you look at the other pyramid fields, and you can see that Giza is where the largest. Matter of fact, let me put something up there because a lot of people still don't even know even what them pyramids look like. Unless you just put it up there. I don't want to be. Here we go. Let me put something down very powerful for you. You see. So when people look, and as you see right here, you see the largest pyramids here. You understand what I'm saying? But these were the furthest down the river. All the earliest pyramids are further south because the development took place in the south. And as they come down the river, they're elevating and they're advancing the science to its highest potential. You see what I'm saying? But all the earliest pyramids you see are in the south. From the mastabas, which I've clearly shown many times before, let that clear up. You see what I'm saying? And so you see here, coming down south, to the north, you see right here the three pyramids, which is the largest pyramid. But you see right here the first pyramid. Matter of fact, let me put a dot there. You see the first pyramid, Saqqara, right there. You see? Saqqara, there's the step pyramid, there's the first. And then from Saqqara, it went to Meidum, right here, number 2. You see what I'm saying? The number 2 spot. Go to Meidum. You see, number 2. Then number 3 is at Dashur. That's the big pyramid. You see what I'm saying? And so what am I saying? What am I saying? If it came from the outside, you see what I'm saying? You would see because you got to look, the biggest pyramids is the furthest north. So if it came from the outside, then that means the development would have had to take place. You understand? On the outside of Egypt, coming in. Because the largest ones are right there at the door. You understand what I'm saying? And so you can't say it came from Mesopotamia when we can show you all the stages of development of the pyramid right there in the continent of Africa. Okay? No other people could even get in the first stage. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't even get in the Mesopotamians. They never built in stone. Every fucking ziggurat them motherfuckers ever built was made out of mud. Go look it up. Go do your research. So they never built in stone. So for people to say that the Mesopotamians had anything to do with Egypt is a goddamn lie. Only a novice, you couldn't even pull that shit over on the novice. You see what I'm saying? And so you see right there, you see the development, you see with the step pyramid, but once Zosier and Imhotep built the pyramid of Saqqara, number one, then they begin to develop to where they could reach these big pyramids over here. And so what they did, they started at Meidum, and what they started to do was fill in, and I ain't even showed you the mastaba. And to just be straight, a mastaba is just one level of the step pyramid. The very first level, that's how they would build it, what you call the burial the burial centers was mastabas, which is one level of this, and then Imhotep stacked 6 more on top of the one to get a step pyramid. But then they were trying to come to the true pyramid, and so they started to fill in the steps. You understand? To smooth the sides out so they could bring it to a point. They tried that at Meidum, they was not successful. The outer casing fell down and so on and so forth. And then they went to 3, which is Dashur, which is the bent pyramid. And you can see right there, it's bent. You know what I'm saying? They had great ambitions, but they didn't anticipate how heavy that damn pyramid was. And so, it began to, when they started to bring it all the way to the top, they realized that they didn't have enough support. You understand what I'm saying? To be able, as heavy as that pyramid, it would have been the second largest pyramid on the planet. I believe it would have even been bigger than Khafre's pyramid, if I'm not mistaken. If they would have brought it all the way to the top, it would have been the second largest pyramid on the planet. Okay, so you see, they failed there, and then that same king, Seneferu, who is the father of Khufu, and we see Khufu, I'm gonna put Khufu there. You understand what I'm saying? Khufu right here at the top, number 6, the largest pyramid. I'll put it here for you to see. You see right here at the top, Khufu. You understand what I'm saying? And so his father, let it clear up. His father built 3 and 4. And shit, he built 3 and 4. And so he put more stone on the planet. You understand? Than any one man. Goddamn it, we talk about stone. Them is some massive pyramids. You see what I'm saying? I was blessed to go to both of them. I seen every last one of them. I seen Saqqara, I seen Dashur, I seen Lis, which is the red pyramid. I seen Meidum. You understand what I'm saying? I seen Meidum. I don't know. I might have peeked out there and seen Harara. You understand what I'm saying? Which is a pyramid constructed by Amenhotep III. You see what I'm saying? And so you see number 4 was the first time you got a true pyramid. You understand what I'm saying? So you see that the failures, the attempts was in Africa. And so when he finally his son is the one that brought forth, you understand, and then his grandson Khafre and his great-grandson Menkaure, these 3 pyramids up here. So we see where the lineage is coming from. So ain't no goddamn people on the outside of Africa had nothing to do with and ain't no damn Ham or no goddamn Shem or no goddamn Nimrod or none of that garbage shit ever built a pyramid nowhere. Only place where you find the true pyramid is in Africa. And I'm talking about self-sustaining structures. Okay, now I'm not talking about something that need a prop up under it, because many of the, if not all of the pyramids in the Americas are propped up by mounds. Okay, they're not self-standing structures. They propped up. And motherfuckers got enough nerve to say they bigger. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't no damn pyramid nowhere on the planet. And when we stick to geometry, we understand that a pyramid is a triangle, that it come to a point. And goddamn it, the true pyramid is in Africa, and I have not seen a true pyramid constructed nowhere else. It's one little pyramid I seen that the Romans tried to build, but that shit so small it don't count. You got them little, man, you got pyramids, you got thousands of pyramids that size in Africa. Okay, so we don't even want to discuss that. We talking about megalithic structures. Okay, now let me come back. I got to get back to my and I have to teach that one, you know. But it's easy for people to, if you just stay in chronological order, and they'll show you how they begin to, you know. Let me show you a master, Bob, just so that for the sake, you know, I don't want nobody to, you know, say, "Oh, said he didn't show me that." You understand what I'm saying? Let me show you a master, Bob. I got it right here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem doing it real quick. So you see, where's okay? Here go Imhotep right here. Okay, here go Imhotep. Let me drop it like it's hot, y'all. Give me a minute. Okay, now this is Imhotep. This is Imhotep. That's the first one. You see what I'm saying? And the master bar is just a single story. This is a master bar. You see what I'm saying? It's just a single story. It's just a single story. And Imhotep came and stacked them. You see what I'm saying? So the first dynasty, second dynasty king, and then many royalty even after that were buried in mastabas. You see what I'm saying? Now, after Imhotep's came what we say is Meidum, okay, which is Meidum. You see? Let me bring that map back up. Bring that map up, okay? Let it clear up, because that's such a high density damn photo. It take that motherfucker a minute to even clear up. Oh damn, I ain't even got it on there. Okay, here we go. Now this is Imhotep's right here. Okay, again, this is Imhotep. I got to be conscious that watching this damn screen. You know what I'm saying? Let me keep that right there. I ain't gonna be. And so you see, that's Imhotep. Now this is the mastaba. This is what came first. You see what I'm saying? Then Imhotep came with the step pyramid where he stacked the mastaba. Now this is right here. I'm gonna bring it back just so y'all can see it. Take this one a minute. Okay, now this is Meidum, number 2. You see what I'm saying? They developing up. Number 1, number 2. This is number 2. See, they trying to fill the steps in. You see what I'm saying? They trying to fill the steps in. But, you know, the outer casing fell down. They didn't quite complete it. They didn't quite bring it to completion. You see what I'm saying? And so then came the third one. You see what I'm saying? And this is a nice way to show y'all what they trying to do. You see, this is the pyramid of Meidum, and what they trying to do, they trying to fill it in. You see what I'm saying? They trying to fill it in and bring it to a true pyramid. You see, all of the development is in Africa. Ain't no development. If a motherfucker was greater, why would they come to develop? You understand what I'm saying? Oh, goddamn it, you know, they talking about the Atlanteans and shit. Why would they come? So we can show, and then even show you that the mastaba didn't even start in Egypt. It started in Nubia. That's how they made the connection, because when they went down in Nubia, they seen exactly the same damn burial sites. You understand what I'm saying? Just further down the river. And so that's why they tried to really erase that connection. You understand? Put the the Aswan Dam in there to wash all that away. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to put it back in there for you so that you can see. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be quick with this. And so after that, after the Maydoun, you understand what I'm saying? After Maydoun, then they constructed, Seneferu constructed the Bent Pyramid. You see what I'm saying? Now, I think I got them three kings right there. I do. Where I just got Seneferu. So you can see Seneferu. Seneferu is in the middle, and that's Khufu, his son. You see what I'm saying? And there's Imhotep who constructed the Step Pyramid. And Seneferu constructed the Bent Pyramid and the Red Pyramid. You see what I'm saying? And so you can see here, as you can see, it's kind of, it's funny built. You understand? When you get about to this point in the middle, they had to cut it off. They had to kind of go ahead and cut it a little bit and finish it, because if they would have took that pyramid up to where it was supposed to be, it would have collapsed. You know what I'm saying? So they developing. You know what I'm saying? They having failures, but the development take place, and it's coming from the south down north. You understand what I'm saying? It's coming from the south. Now, this is Seneferu right there, the third great king in the middle, father who started, Imhotep started the pyramid age. And Seneferu, the great king Seneferu, was the first one that brought it to a true pyramid, and his son Khufu just took it out of this world. You see what I'm saying? So this is the Bent Pyramid, and then Seneferu, looking at his failures on the Bent Pyramid, he came right back. He came right back, and he constructed the Red Pyramid. And that's the first true pyramid. You see what I'm saying? That's the first true pyramid. Okay? And on top of that, his son, his grandson, and his great-grandson constructed on top of that. And that's down north. I want to show you. So as they coming down the river from south to north, just like the districts, as they come, they becoming more and more advanced. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that the Africans was already in the South. A lot of people say, how did this? Because, they had a different way of, when you go into the Valley of the Kings, they was cutting off into the mountains. And so if you had a mountain, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have to, construct the large pyramids up the south, because they had a lot of mountains up south. You understand what I'm saying? And so they just cut right. But even in cutting to the mountains, and you moving thousands of tons, tens of thousands of tons of stone out of there, you mastering masonry. And so all you doing is reversing that technology. You see what I'm saying? That's basically what you're doing. So they had great science and architecture even up south, even though it ain't as, profound, because again, you don't even know where it's at. But when you open it up and go down and see that it's a skyscraper cut down in the mountain, and that's where they get a lot of shit today, like NORAD and that damn military base out there in Colorado and shit, where they didn't cut off into the mountain. And so, on that level, you know what I'm saying? So we showing you right there, you know what I'm saying, that the districts, the kings, all came from the south. Okay, let me come back up here. I've also shown again that anytime Egypt was attacked, the liberator came from the south. And so you got Narmer, you got Mentuhotep II. That's Mentuhotep II. You got Ahmose, who started the 18th dynasty. And then you have Pianki, who was the liberator of the 25th dynasty, that came down into Egypt after the Assyrians had attacked Egypt. Pianki came down there, and Shabaka, Taharka, Shabaka put that ass whooping up. You understand what I'm saying? And purified the land once again. And up under that 25th dynasty, the Nile Valley Empire was at its largest extent, all the way down to Meroe, all the way up to the Delta region. You see what I'm saying? So showing that the liberators was from the South, the most sacred city was in the South, the most sacred temples was in the South. Okay? Now, even when you're talking about the crowns, now this is Denarmer's palette. This is the first king of Egypt. And so you can see on the principal side, which is the big, where he's the biggest. You see, this is the principal side of the Denarmer's palette. Okay? This, and this is the less, I won't say less because it's all sacred. You see it with the crown of Lower Egypt on this side, but you see the principal scene, he got the crown of Upper Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when they reunified the land, it's still African now. Don't get it twisted. It's still African. You understand what I'm saying? You got some kings, you know what I'm saying, that tried to break off, and the Ethiopian Empire wasn't having it. So they came down there and put some heads to bed because they knew they was out of order. They might have been collaborating with the outsiders. Ain't no damn telling. You understand? But, they cut their heads off, which we can see, over here to the right, that they cut their heads off and that they had a navy. You understand what I'm saying? Because they came down on boats. They didn't just come from the land. They came from the water, too, to attack them. You understand what I'm saying? And so each dead body up there represent 1,000 dead, 1,000 slain. So they put down about 10,000, you know what I'm saying, when they took the land. You see what I'm saying? So you see the crown of Upper Egypt is the supreme crown. And though, you got the crown where they put both of them together, you understand, which means that, you understand, you the king of both lands, but nevertheless, even if if you had that crown of Upper Egypt on, that means you the king. You understand what I'm saying? Period. You the king. And so you see Osiris wore the crown of the South. You know what I'm saying? Which was the superior. So you see right here to the left, this is the crown of the South. Okay? So this was the superior crown right there. You understand what I'm saying? This was the superior crown. And let's deal with, and so we also understood that the most sacred temples were built in the deep south, which I went over the nomes, but let me get to the temples. Okay, you see right here. You see, matter of fact, let me go to this. See, you see down here, this is deep south. You see what I'm saying? You see, Memphis is way up here. You know what I'm saying? Memphis is way up here. So, and then even that was just basically in the old kingdom. When the Middle Kingdom, took over under Mentuhotep, you see, the capital moved down to Karnak, Waset. You see what I'm saying? It moved down to Waset. And so from the Middle Kingdom, primarily up to the 25th dynasty, the capital was Waset. And so you see, you got the temple of Karnak, the temple of Luxor, you got Esna. Esna is a temple sacred to Khnum, okay, a southern deity. You see what I'm saying? A southern deity. Edfu, sacred to Horus. Kamambo was sacred to Horus and Sobek. You see what I'm Then you got Philae, which is sacred to Isis, okay? Which is sacred to Isis. Let me get back up here So, because I'm going so down, I'm about to teach beyond what the hell I want to teach. You understand what I'm saying? Because once you get started, okay, we also, and again, and also to deal with the fact that when you look to the heavens, the Egyptian heavens was oriented to the south. Now, I ain't put that in there, but I can go in there right quick. You understand what I'm saying? And grab it if I can, because I don't want to just say it without showing you. You know what? It might be out here on my desktop. Hold on, family. And that's because when you talk about the God is God is new. You understand? God is new is the Milky Way. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you see Head-A-Ru. And this is where you get the Milky Way from. Head-A-Ru. So the zoomorphic symbol of Mu was Head-A-Ru. Where is that? Where's that at? Hold on, family. I might not be able to pull it out because I got so many damn lectures just all over the place. I need to get in here and clean this up. This don't make no sense. Anytime I need some, I can't even find it. I can't even find it. It should be in here. And I don't want to just say it. I want to damn show you. But anyway, matter of fact, hold on. There you go. No, that ain't it. All right, I ain't gonna be able to grab it right now. What I do, all you had to do, I believe that lecture might be on Patreon. When where's the ancient Egyptian heaven? You know what I'm saying? So again, when you look at the Milky Way, you understand which is a continuation. You got to look to the south. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look at all of the stars that's sacred to the Egyptian heaven, Orion, the Milky Way, because Orion is Osiris. Sirius is Isis. And so you see the pharaohs had their ark or their ship buried next to them. They would take that ship, and if you see the Nile to the horizon becomes the Milky Way. So they would sail down the Nile and then take the Nile up to the Milky Way to be one with Osiris and Isis, the Holy Mother and the Holy Father. So in order to, when you see the Milky Way, from Egypt, you have to look south. And so, and also in what they call the Medunetta, it is said that the lands to the south was called Ta-Nehru, the land of the gods and the goddesses. Okay? And so right there, the Egyptian heaven and most sacred stars and constellations were situated in the southern sky. I spelled that wrong. Scorpion and Nama, the first king of Egypt, came from deep south, which I showed you was the third district. So when I showed you the Nama's palette, that came right here, that came from the third district. Right here, the third district. So that's where the first kings of ancient Egypt came from. Okay? A lot of them came from that city. So that show you right there. When you got them facts, ain't no talking about where they came from. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no talking about where, and like I say, Egypt, was so profound, and I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna come back to this. You understand? This is just part one. I'm gonna come back to this and tighten this up for the family. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a profound study. We're dealing with the greatest civilization on the planet. And so it cannot be dealt with in just one setting. It can't be done taken in 1 hour. But if you look at what I just gave you and you write that down and you do some I guarantee you that doors, if you just do that research and you open up and look and say, okay, Narma, okay, Mentu Hotel. Mentu Hotel came from Thebes, which is the fourth known me. You see, Pianki came deep down in goddamn Sudan. You see, Amos came from Waset, number 4. And Narmer came from 3. So all the liberators of any time Egypt was attacked came from the deep south. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's strategic. That's why they had all their burials, their most sacred burials in the deep south where their ancestors come from. So family, continue to don't fall for the, the stargazing Egyptologists, don't fall for the Lemurian under the water. It came from Atlantis, niggas. Don't fall for some Mesopotamian bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Never built one pyramid. You understand all that mud mound shit they got over there that melted down to the ground, and you don't get no credit for ancient Egypt at all. You see what I'm saying? So this is us. You understand what I'm saying? This is us. And we got to reclaim our history. You understand what I'm saying? And I say this, as I move on over to the other, I'm going to be dealing with the temples. You see what I'm saying? Why is history important, family? Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why history is important. If you take your own life, if you put in hard work, you understand, your whole life long, whatever you put your work in, the research, I don't want my children, and I done spent damn near my whole life to take all the research I've done and drop it in a goddamn trash can. Okay? So when I do research, not only do I do it for my people, I do it for my own children to carry on that legacy. That's a dynasty. You see what I'm saying? And when you understand the work and the toil that it takes to build a legacy for yourself, for your people and your family, you didn't put your life in it. And so when I come back and my children and my people have taken all that I've done and threw it in the goddamn trash can. They did not respect it. They did not carry it on. That's why niggas is slaves now. So history ain't just, some words in the goddamn book. It is the toils of all your ancestors and all the trials and the fucking tribulations that they went to get where they at. You just looking at the end result and say, oh yeah, that's no motherfucker. It took millions of years of sweat and blood and advancement and failure to get to that point. And you should respect it nonetheless than the work that your mother and your father, because it's a continuation of the work your mother and your father, your grandmother and your grandfathers, then done, your aunties and your uncles, on down to the very goddamn beginning, all the toil and trials and tribulation that it took them to be where you at right now today. So goddamn it, respect it. And this is not just this is a legacy of our people. You should carry on that legacy. Carry on. Never ever participate in the traditions of your enemies. Nigga, partake in the traditions of your ancestors and your future will be long. This is the General Sarasu Seti say, hey, get on over there to kingseti.com, Patreon, General Sarasu Seti, General Seti. Hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily, liberation through African education and confrontation. Did you hear what I just said? Black Pop.